Well, here we are, back in the shed, following on part 2 from the violin work. A few bits and pieces were discovered. The template that I have doesn't actually fit the back and the front that I have. The back and the front are slightly out from each other too. I don't think enough to really matter for what I'm doing here. I think we can make it fit and make it look okay. But a few little pieces that, had to be done. A few more new tools came in, a few bits and pieces that I needed, just little stuff. Some cool stuff like this. This is actually the sound post adjuster and putter inner. Sound post retriever and sound post measuring tool. Very, very simple stuff, but for the price of them, it was easier to just pick them up on eBay than go and buy them. Pick them up on eBay than make them. So, anyway, lots of sanding was done in the period between the last video and now. Also, a little bit of COVID recovery. I'm feeling quite a lot better than I was last time. The cough is starting to go. The sinuses are starting to clear, and I start to feel more like a human. Still not 100% yet, but the testing is showing that it's on the wane, thank goodness. So that's like 11 days. I've never had a bug like it. It's not the best. But anyway, to show you some of the stuff that we're up to here, I need to turn this around. Okay, here we go. Here's the back. As you can see, I took off all that horrible varnish, and it took quite a bit of work. I actually did resort to mechanical means because it just wasn't moving with the scraper or the hand sandpaper. It was just getting way too monotonous of a job, and it started to stick stuff up. Like it was starting to kind of, I don't know what kind of varnish it was, but it was just like glue. Anyway, the piece that was broken off here, you can see, I've decided that I'm going to replace that frog that was at the front there with a piece of ivory rather than wood. Why? Just because I've got ivory. That's all there is to it. And I thought it would, I wanted to Nunavutize this this violin a little bit, and I thought that was kind of cool. Now, this is not really Nunavut ivory, it's actually muskox, not muskox, mammoth ivory. And that I thought was just going to be cool, you know. A piece of 60,000-year-old ivory stuck on the front of the fiddle would be sort of fun. The ivory that I will use for the tail and the nut will be walrus ivory, will be Nunavut walrus ivory. So that's going to be the little Nunavut pieces, and we'll see what else there is to add. I have some baleen and different bits and pieces that we can add to that. Haven't done any real amount of work. Haven't really done any real amount of work to the front, other than a wee bit of sanding and stuff. I played around with the tuning of these parts, and with the sanding that I did on the back here, you can see I took out all that old wood that was in there. I think there has been a bit of a weakness here, because this top end here did crack a little bit when I was cleaning out the wood from this section here. So I probably will put another cleat in here and a cleat at the end. I think that's definitely probably a safe thing to do. Then I'll probably make the cleats from a little bit of ash that I've got floating around here. So I just have to make a little piece here for the back end to even up. Let's see, there you go. You can see the low bit there. I've just got to try and get a piece in there and get it all sanded up so it evens it up so that it looks okay. And that's pretty much it. Haven't been up to much else other than trying to recover from COVID. So that's this morning from the shop. And what else have I got? Oh, I did a little bit of work on the neck. Took down the rough part, so you can see it's still kind of rough. But this, I think I'm going to have to resort to hand and probably rasps to get this the shape I want it. I want to make it pretty fine for smaller hands than mine for my granddaughter, so we'll see. But I'm quite pleased with the shape that I've come up with at the moment. Like but I want to narrow it down. There's a little bit to come in because, as you see here, if we allow for a nut, there's quite a bit either side of the ebony to come off to make that. But I think it's going to be really nice. So there's the kind of vision in the whole thing anyway. And I can't remember if I told you, the stains have come in too. I played around with the staining. It's going to be, I'm going to have to do some experiments because I think I'm going to have to mix the stain down with water or spirit alcohol if I can find some. And that will be, because I tried some of the raw stain and it's pretty intense. So I think it's going to be much easier to put it on in layers, put it on in thin layers and build the color that way than put on one layer with lots of color in it. And especially as I want to try and get a starburst look, if I can. We'll see how that goes. I might be just trying too hard. It's very unusual. You don't see, I don't think you see violins with starburst finishes on them. And as I say, this is just for fun. Like, it's really, I'm not building a Stradivarius. I'm building my own tasteless copy of something, and trying to have some fun with it. And but I find it really, really interesting and fascinating. I've read so much and watched so much on YouTube and whatnot of different luthiers making violins. It's worth a look if you're interested in woodworking and stuff like that. How amazing these guys are. Like, the patience and the skill that they have. I'm learning at the moment as I'm trying to do some of these things, just what level of patience and skill these guys have to make that violin completely by hand. I'm cheating. I've got electric things in the background here that make it all happen a bit faster. But well, I don't know if it actually does make it faster. You can make bigger mistakes faster with electric machines. That's the thing. So anyway, that's where we stand at the moment. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll catch up with part 3 as we move along and show you where we're going. Okay, take care. Bye.